Claude Code builds beautiful websites. However, 95% of them are complete garbage. And that's not your fault. It's because Claude doesn't have the correct skills.
My first AI website looked so bad I closed the laptop and pretended it never happened.
Principles, they just keep compounding. But we have to start with the foundations. And what is that? The foundation is level 1, which effectively is what we call the grab and go. Basically, this user heads over to Claude and he treats it like a chatbot. So let's say something like, hey there, Claude, I want you to build for me a simple website or just a nice looking website that's cool about...
This clip explains why level 1, the grab and go, where you type, build me a nice website and score 3 out of 100. His analogy hit me hard. I'd hired a designer and given them nothing to work with. The problem was never the tool, it was my empty brief.
iPhones that are yellow. Build me one of those websites. Okay, they just come over, they yap, they say, Claude, build me a website, please. And the issue with this is that it's basically using Claude like a chatbot. The design quality is like 3 out of 100. This is just like grabbing a designer to renovate one of your rooms in your house and saying, hey, make the room look nice. And most people use Claude this way, but that's completely okay because...
Then I saw what level 2 users do differently, and it starts with something already sitting in your camera roll.
Level 1. You solve level 2 by giving it screenshots and references. Imagine, for example, having a designer, but instead of saying, hey, make it look nice, instead, we get a beautiful sheet of paper and we say, hey, I saw this apartment across the street and I loved what they did here with the garden.
Instead of telling the designer, make it look nice, you show them the garden across the street and say, replicate that. That's all level 2 is, feeding Claude screenshots of designs you love. I thought describing things in words was enough, but an image does the talking for you.
Could we replicate that? And here's a few other examples. Effectively, what we do here is the level 2 user of Claude Code websites are providing screenshots and references to help Claude make that design way better. They're going to show, not tell. Remember they say an image speaks 1,000 words? Well, it's certainly true when it comes to Claude Code design as well.
But a reference only gets you so far when the artist doesn't know the rules. And the next level blew my mind.
You're going to see just how much difference skills mean. Now, if you don't know, skills are, think of them as pre-packaged sets of instructions that have been designed by basically design nerds or experts or teams that instruct our wonderful Mozart how to play the piano.
He explains it perfectly. Skills are pre-packaged instructions from design experts that teach Claude what a website should and shouldn't look like. It's like handing Mozart a piano manual. The talent was always there. It just needed direction. The first time I attached one, the difference was immediate.
It's kind of explained, this is exactly how you create great design. This is what a website should look like. This is what a website should not look like. It explains all this difference. So we have the raw intelligence plus these really cool instructions. Now, what skills do we need to look at? Things like this. Again, I'm going to put a link down below for all of these.
And once the design was handled, I hit a wall no skill could fix. My site had no images worth looking at.
Link down below because you can grab that as well as the full Claude Code and Hermes operating system. Just a link down below so you can go ahead and grab that. Now, it's important to bear in mind that when we really want to take a website to a new level, we have to think about things more than text and graphics. We have to think about image.
This clip nails it. Text and graphics alone aren't enough. A real website needs image and video. He frames it as giving the artist tools he never had before. That's exactly how it felt when I first generated custom product shots instead of hunting stock photos.
And video. And the best way to think about it in this instance is it's giving our wonderful artist tools. It's giving them the ability to add new things into an environment that they just simply did not have before. And one of the tools that's caught my eye recently is OpenArt. Now, let me show you a couple of things we can do here. So obviously we can generate things like...
Then I stumbled onto a trick he calls sniping, and it felt almost too easy to be allowed.
The way that I want you to think about this, okay, is imagine we have our designer, or here we've got a jeweler, and he can go into any design environment ever, any building he wants to, and he can literally say, hey, I love the look of that fireplace. And he can just pick up the fireplace.
That's why this clip stung. He describes a designer who can point at any fireplace and copy it straight into your room. These component libraries are exactly that. Beautiful, pre-built pieces shared publicly for anyone to use. I stopped re-engineering the wheel that day.
and copy and paste it in your environment. It is an exact copy of a certain thing. And essentially, there are these libraries on the internet that have built these sort of lines of code that are like basically publicly available, and they share them online for others to use, which means that we don't need to re-engineer the wheel. We don't need to re-engineer this Velvet design asset.
But here's the hard lesson I learned next. A gorgeous site that doesn't convert is just decoration.
Balloons scroll up and almost escape. I think that is a really cool feature. But the truth is, as cool as it is, none of it means anything if you don't have level 6 down. And that is data. Now, websites exist for a reason, right? They exist to create a customer or to educate somebody on a specific thing.
So when he says a site that doesn't convert is a Ferrari with no engine, I felt that in my soul. Websites exist to move people to action, and the data on what works is already out there. Winners leave clues. I stopped guessing and started studying them.
Usually because we want them to take some kind of action. So a beautiful website that does not actually turn viewers into buyers is like having a Ferrari.
Quick pause here. If what I'm sharing is making sense and you're thinking, okay, but how does this actually work in a real system? I've put together a free training that walks through the exact structure and process we use. It's not theory. It's a behind-the-scenes walkthrough of how the system is set up, how the pieces fit together, and how most of the heavy lifting is already handled, so you're not starting from zero. If you want to see how it's structured and decide for yourself if it's a good fit, the link is in the description. All right, let's jump back in.
With no engine, looks freaking amazing on the front of the house, but doesn't really do anything, okay? So the idea here is that we want to be able to actually find the data. And the cool news is that all the data to create a website that wins and converts is already out.
And that research led me straight to the final level. The one strategy, he says, beats everything else.
And I tell you now, the best strategy that I have found to actually create gorgeous websites that convert is to do something called design extraction. Let me explain exactly what that is. So think of it like this. Imagine our designer, okay, has found, or we have found, a perfect website, or in this case, a building or a room that we like in our analogy, okay?
Not copying, extracting. He explains that sometimes Claude doesn't understand great design. And honestly, neither do we. Nobody can put white space and ratios into words. Design extraction pulls one perfect site's DNA, typography, colors, rules, like talking directly to the architect.
And not only, okay, do we have the tools, the skills, the foresight, the imagery, but we can actually talk to the original creator. We can talk to the architect of it. So essentially what this means is that Claude doesn't always understand what great design is.
7 levels, one system. And the only question left is which level you're starting from tonight. Whether you like this video or not, really hit the like button. You know why? Because I gave you the exact training for free that our paid members get. This video is going to be in the members area for the paid members, and you got it for free. So yes, don't you think I deserve a like? Go ahead, like it, share with your friends and family, subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Make sure you switch on the notification bell button, and of course, ask your friends and family to subscribe and switch on the notification bell button. It's very important for us because we have a goal of getting 10,000 subscribers in next 3 months. And the only way we can do that is when you hit the subscribe button. Go ahead, do it. And for more money techniques, watch these videos and we will see you on the next one.